this is Bobby, and this is going to be this week's vlog. This is for August 17th through the 23rd. I totally forgot to film an intro, so this is me filming it literally while I am editing it. But yeah, I usually try and do an intro when I have makeup on, like the one day a week I decide to put makeup on. I thought I did one while I was filming my Summerween TBR, but apparently I forgot. So, yeah. But I've got in some great books this week. I'm really happy with how well I've done, and I got some really good books in. So, there we go. I hope you enjoy this vlog, and I will catch up with you later. Bye. Hey loves, here's my one update for Monday. I didn't really get too much of any reading done, or my shelves. Oh yeah, they're still a mess. Didn't get anything done today. It was like almost, I think, 100 here, or is at least 90, and it's really humid, and it's awful. It is terrible, so I just didn't really feel like anything. I am still reading An Ember in the Ashes. Still not liking it. Like, I looked at the reviews. This is like a 4 blah 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 star book. Like, this has amazing reviews, and I don't care about any of it. My biggest issue about this is I don't understand what caused the like why the enslaved are the enslaved. I was paying attention to it, and I don't know if it wasn't mentioned or what. Like, I don't understand why the scholar race are enslaved. Like, okay, you're talking about enslaved people, and you're not going to give me a reason why. I don't know. Like, from what I understand, like, the Marshall Empire, they just came in and took over. So I don't know if that's like the whole point of it or not. But also, what distinguishes who's enslaved or not? Like, I know the scholars, but from what I noticed, like, both groups are made up of varying races and everything. Like, I think some of the characters, you have your white characters, black characters, and stuff like that. So I don't know why the people can't just for, like, one of the main characters sneaks into a scholars like celebration type of thing that they were having, and the only thing he had to do was change his uniform. And I don't know why the scholars can't just change their clothes. Yeah, it's really fucking unclear. I even looked up a couple videos and nobody fucking mentions it. Like, I don't know, like the one rant review that I managed to find, like, that seemed to be her big thing too, was that there's nothing that, I don't know, maybe in the later books it does, but that's kind of some important fucking information. Also, there's kind of magic, but it's, I don't know. One of my other issues is the I'm not like other bad guy type of person. I don't even remember his fucking name. Elias. I don't like him. I don't care. Like, dude, you've went your whole fucking life watching women, I guess, because like I mentioned in the vlog when I first started reading this, which was for last week, rape is mentioned in every fucking chapter constantly. Everybody is just like, it doesn't go into detail, but everybody's being threatened to rape. And then the other part of this is that they keep bringing up that because they physically hurt, and torture the scholars who are the slaves, but that they disfigure their faces, and it's keep being mentioned to the main girl, Leia, that she should just, the evil bitchy character should disfigure her face because then the men won't want to rape her. Fuck you. It's mentioned quite a few times. Seriously, fuck you. Pretty women aren't the only ones getting fucking raped. So yeah, I'm got a lot of fucking issues with this. But the other main, she's the best friend of Elias. She's fucking awful. Like, I have the second book already, and I have the one that has the pictures of the characters, and the character is blonde on there, and that, I don't even remember her damn name because I hate her so much. Whoever she is, though, the Marshall chick, she's blonde. So, I'm sorry, at this point in the fucking book, I'm already past the halfway point. She's not fucking redeemable to me. Like, I don't care what the fuck she does. Like, she would kill anybody. She does, like, other, you know, young girls and stuff. Like, she doesn't give a fuck. And it's just such the heaviness on the rape and stuff that just, But she's not likable, but she's got some kind of fucking magic. Like I said, I don't know. I'm not liking this book at all, but I need to finish it. At this point, this is like a 1 or 2 star book. Like, all I see are 4 stars on this thing, and I don't get it. Like, there's no fucking world building either. Like, I can't tell you any part of this fucking world for the most part. It's very military, and I don't know if maybe that's why I don't like it, but I don't know. I very, very much am disliking this one. I'm not up to par with Uprooted. If you saw my last vlog, I kind of had a mental breakdown while reading Uprooted. This isn't that bad. I just don't care. I am completely indifferent. I don't like a single character. There's already a developing love triangle kind of thing, and it's quadruple. I don't know. But I don't care about it. And I hate the dude, Elias. He's so whiny and irritating. And Layla, she's like so naive, and I'm rooting for her. I'm trying to root for her, but like I said, all in all, I just don't care. So there we go. That's where I'm at. Like I said, this will be my only Monday update because I'm going to go get ready to go to bed because like it's gonna be 1 o'clock. So there we go. You guys have a wonderful time. I hope whatever you're reading is better than what I'm reading, or you're at least liking it more. Okay, sorry for the super low lighting, but it is almost 9 o'clock at night. It is currently like 85 degrees. I'm fucking dying. It's been miserable, but it's been too hot to literally do anything. So I've done a hell of a lot of reading today. I did end up finishing An Ember in the Ashes. I will not be continuing the series. I do not care. Simply as I can put it. I don't care. There was nothing unique about this book at all. There goes my dog to go bark at who knows what. But yeah. Nothing to say about this. This is like rated like over 4 point something on Goodreads. I don't know. None of the characters are likable, and I mean none of them are likable. The plot was nothing unique. I've read 100 YA fantasy enslavey books that there literally nothing stood out about this book to me, so I'm done with it. I finished it. I'm good. I also started and finished Heartstopper. Oh my god, it was so adorable. I literally finished this in 20 minutes. Yeah, I couldn't stop. And it's really short, like the pictures don't even take up too much of the pages, so it was really, really fast. Usually I already have the second, third books of series, and of course, when I love it is the one time I don't have the next volume. So I need to get my hands on it, but it's like really expensive, so I might wait. I'm trying not to. If I buy books, I'm trying not to spend a shit ton on them. But these are like all kind of expensive. But it was so adorable, and I loved it so much with all my heart. It was exactly what I needed after the crap fest that was An Ember in the Ashes, which I already have the sequel for, and I will be unhauling because I don't care. But that's adorable. If you haven't read it, read it. It lives up to the hype. It was so simple and just so cute and fluffy and adorable, and yay. I also started and finished another book. Sorry about that. My head is trying to block this, but I cannot turn on my other light because even 5 minutes with my main light on is way too hot. But I started and finished Beneath the Sugar Sky by Seanan McGuire. I love this frickin' series. I'm so glad I have the rest of it already. I'm going to try and shove the other books into one of the prompts. If I can't, then I'm just going to frickin' read them because I don't care. They're adorable. I loved this one so much. It was exactly what I love in the go to another world type of fantasy, like Alice in Wonderland and stuff like that. I loved this one. It was so good. I seriously don't know if I have a favorite in the series. Every book in the series so far has been 5 stars for me. I adore them. And I'm so glad we got Cade in this one again because I love Cade. He is amazing. And I love him. But yeah. So, I have read and finished 3 books today. I am going to be starting another one because I literally have nothing else to do because I can't even work on my shelves because I'd have to turn my light on and that's not happening. I'm dying. I'm like literally sitting here in my... That's why I'm keeping this way up here because I am literally sitting in my bra because it is too fucking hot to put on clothes. I'm going to be starting the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. This was previously a DNF for me. I'm going to be listening to the audiobook for this one and hopefully I like it because I really want to like this one. I only made it into maybe the 2nd chapter when I DNF'd it. So yeah. Well, there was my first and maybe last update for Tuesday, which I didn't mention in the beginning. Whoops. So thank you for tuning in if you are watching this, and I will see you in a bit. Bye. Hey loves, quick little update. It is Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. It's like, I think almost 2 o'clock in the morning, but it's so freaking hot that I barely took a shower. My hair was soaked a minute ago, but it's already drying. Sorry for the terrible lighting again, but yeah, I'm not turning on my big light because I will die. I did end up starting the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I'm on chapter 22. I'm just over 140 pages in. I am liking this so much more as an audiobook than I did when I was originally reading it when I DNF'd it. Full disclaimer, I fell asleep for a little while there, but I went back and I skimmed and I don't seem to have missed very much because I fell asleep during the first body, and I really like the take on the way it's doing it because I thought it was going to be more Groundhog Day-esque, and it is, but there are very different stipulations. Like, he doesn't know who he is when he wakes up in the body, and he doesn't remember who he himself is. Like, Aiden doesn't know he's Aiden when he goes into these bodies, and he doesn't know everything about the person who he's in, so he's kind of like fumbling around a lot, and then he's still trying to figure out the mystery of Evelyn Hardcastle, and then there's a bunch of other kind of subplotty stuff going on, and it's kind of all over the place, but it's all over the place in a very fun and interesting way. If you've seen the movie Clue, it's very much all over like that, and I'm appreciating it. It's not funny like that, but I don't know. I feel like if this would have been a little more tongue-in-cheek, it would have been a hell of a lot better, but it's still really awesome, and I'm enjoying it. I really like that there are different stipulations, though, to him moving from body to body. Like I said, he doesn't know who he is. He doesn't know anything about the body he's in. He doesn't know who he is half the time because he doesn't know most of the people at this party, because there's a good chunk. I think he's supposed to switch like 8 times or something like that. I am liking it, though. I'm very interested. I'm glad I decided to give this another shot with the audiobook. I recommend the audiobook a lot because it's just kind of... Ooh, it's wibbly wobbly. Like, it's holy crap, what is going on? And then there's so many other subplots, and everybody at this party are shitty people, and I'm digging it, though. I'm very glad I decided to give it a second shot. So yeah, that is it for tonight. I'm going to lay down. Well, I'm currently laying down, but I'm going to get ready for bed and everything, and I'm going to continue listening to this. I'm doing really well though on all of my readathons. I'm very happy. I did a full update of everything on Twitter in the readathon thread that I have going for this month, because I had to make a thread because I would have had posts all over the damn place, so it was kind of organized. But yeah, so thanks for watching, and I will catch up with you guys tomorrow, probably afternoon, because let's be real, I don't get up until like noon. So catch you later. Bye. Hey loves, this is Bobby, and I am here with Wednesday's update. I am going to be keeping up with this kind of one update a day thing because I am so miserably hot during the day and I'm just sitting in complete darkness, and the thought of even going outside is terrible. So yeah, at night I do have my actual light lamp on, so hey, at least we get some proper lighting on this shit. So quick update, I did end up finishing The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. I really enjoyed this one a lot. I'm really glad I decided to give it another shot because, as I said before, this was originally a DNF for me, and this was for the prompt. For Tropical Readathon was the Enemies to Lover, or you can do the alternate prompt, which is the one I did, which is finish a book that you DNF'd. It was all over the place. It was crazy. It was a wild ride. I marked every time the character changed bodies. It was a trip. I'm really glad I decided to give it another shot. The only thing is, near the end it kind of fizzled out a bit for me, and then some parts were a little long-winded and a little fillery, but for the most part I really enjoyed it. I was just watching a video, and I don't know if it was on a video or it might have been, I was on Goodreads, because Goodreads apparently updated their app. I got the update, and then I went back on there and my update was gone, so now I'm back to the shitty one. I was like really mad about that, but I had noticed that he's coming out with a new book. I will definitely give it a try because I very much enjoyed this. Like I said, it was all over the place. It was crazy. The only thing is though, yeah, the ending was a little but all in all, it was really fun, and I'm so glad that I decided to give it a shot. I was originally going to unhaul this one. I think I'm going to keep it because I would like to read it again, just to kind of go through and highlight a lot of the other stuff, because there's so much that kind of goes on, and then with the kind of wibbly wobbly of him jumping around people, and so much shit goes on in this. I would like to do a full review on this one, especially because it was a DNF and I ended up liking it, so I think that would be cool. I'm really glad I decided to go with the audiobook because I don't know if I would have been able to keep up with everything. I did zone out a bit during the audiobook, but all in all, it was, a couple parts I lost, like, wait, what the hell's going on? Especially when he would switch bodies and he wouldn't immediately know whose body he was in, so it was kind of like, wait. So that's why I started tabbing, like, who's who, what's going on. There's a lot going on in this book, and I totally whacked myself in the face twice. But yeah, I really did end up enjoying this one, so that was cool. Sock Hill Girls by Claire LeGrand. I originally had this on my Tropical, and I took it off and I replaced it with what did I end up replacing this with? I don't remember what book I ended up replacing this one with, but I had it on Tropical, took it off, and I really want to read it. I'm so interested in it, and especially because people seem to either really love this or hate the hell out of it, so I'm really interested in it. It's going to be doing, since I'm moving over to Hercules, I'm going to do this for the Hades prompt, which is read a dark and mysterious fantasy book. This has like monsters, it's dark, there's girls going missing, all kinds of crap happening in this one. So I'm doing that for that, and then I'm also going to be using it for the Bibliothon. This one is going to be a borrowed book. Even though I have the physical book, I'm going to be borrowing the audiobook from my library because I have a feeling this is I'm gonna like the audiobook more than I did like it as a book, because I did DNF this book originally, but I don't count it as a true DNF because I just kind of wasn't feeling it. I was in a kind of slumpy mood, and I what is it called? The writing is a little weird, but I think the audiobook, I've noticed when it comes to the really kind of weird written books, I like the audiobooks. Same thing with the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. It's written a little odd, especially with all the jumping around and stuff, and I really liked the audiobook. So I will be borrowing the audiobook. And then for Tropical, I'm going to be replacing this one with New Kid in Town, which was originally going to be It's Not Like It's a Secret. I was really excited for that one. I still want to read that book, but I really want to get to this one, and since I still have one more readathon that I am doing this month, which is the Summeroween one, and most of those books are not on my TBRs, so I need to get through these other ones before I completely fall behind, because I still have some pretty thick books that I gotta get to. So I'm going to be replacing the New Kid in Town trope, which was originally It's Not Like It's a Secret by Misa Segura. I do plan on reading that, though. If I have time at the end of the month, I'm just going to read it, but if not, I'll read it next month. And I'm going to replace it with this one. Yeah, there we go. That's what's up. That's what's what, and I will catch up with you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hey loves, this is Bobby, and I'm here with Thursday's update. I have my upper light on again. It is not as hot as it's been. It's still pretty hot. You can see my fan behind me. I'm trying to place myself. That's not working. Whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna have to bust out a sweater for tomorrow. It's only gonna be 87. I'm also, let's see here, today I did end up reading and finishing Salco Girls by Clara LeGrand. I liked it. I did end up liking it. It was a very weird book. I will give it that. It was very odd. But it was good weird. It wasn't, what the hell is the name of that book? The Hazelwood Weird, which, if you don't know, I didn't like that book. That book was weird for the sake of being weird. This is weird, but had a point weird. It was weird, but not bad weird, if that makes any fucking sense. But yeah, I did end up enjoying this. This book is queer as fuck. We've got a sapphic romance. We have an ace character. I absolutely fell in love with the ace character. Her name is Zoe, and she was badass and a smartass and didn't take anybody's shit, and I loved it. The other character, Marion, I liked her, and then she went and made some really stupid comments about Zoe being ace, which I'm not gonna lie, I took a little personally, but I did end up liking her in the end. And then there was Val. If you've read this book, I had very mixed feelings about Val, but by the end I did. I really liked all three of the characters. For a while there, I thought this might be a little bit of a dud, because it did get a little, it took a turn that I didn't really see coming, and I was kind of like, I don't know about this, but I like the ending. I did really enjoy it. I do recommend it. This was one that I had tried to read before and ended up DNFing, but I'm really glad I got around to it this time. And the other thing about Clara LeGrand I really like is that she's very sex positive when it comes to her female characters. I can appreciate that. The only thing is that when it comes to her smutty writing, I can't do it. It's just that very flowery romance novel-esque type of writing, and I can't do that. I just find it really cheesy, and I end up laughing half of the time. I kind of liked Fury Born. I think I went with 3 stars on that one. I liked half of the book. I didn't care for the other half because that book is written in dual perspective. This one has 3 different perspectives, but I did really like all of them. I do like her writing. Like I said, it's just when she gets to the very flowery type, it's just like I lose it. I start laughing. But I'm glad I finished it. I do recommend it. Like I said, it's weird, but I felt like it paid off pretty well. So it's a keeper. My next book I'm going to read is going to be The Program by Susan Young. This one is for 2 of my readathons, Bibliothon as well as Tropical. This is for the amnesia trope, and this is for the book recommended to me for Bibliothon. This is a book about, I've had this book forever, and I had it kind of recommended to me from Rise Reading Corner. I honestly forgot about this book until I saw her video, and it reminded me I had it, and it works for this. So, because I didn't really know if I had very many books with amnesia in them. It's not a trope I usually enjoy. Well, not that I don't enjoy it, like I don't mind if it pops up, it's just not one that I seek out, I guess. But this has to do with, there is a epidemic going around where teenagers are committing suicide, and to kind of, I wouldn't say help, but curb the problem or cure it, they have made this program where it kind of, they take the teenagers who they think might be at risk and they take them and wipe their memories or something like that. That is where I am at. I am going to lay down and start the program, and I almost totally whacked myself in the face, but there we go. That's what's up, and I will catch up with you guys later. Bye. Hey loves, quick little update. Today is Friday. I have been reading The Program by Susan Young. I am almost done. I'll probably finish it in a bit, probably before I fall asleep. I'm gonna try. I am liking it. This does hit some very, very heavy topics, so know that before going in. This does deal very heavily with suicide and depression. The only thing about this is this feels kind of anti-medication in a way. I don't know if that is the whole point of it, but that's kind of what it feels like, and that always leaves a very bad taste in my mouth because medication can do wonders for people. Like I said, that just kind of feels like where it's at, but it's not like glaring or anything. But I am really liking it. I really like the concept of it a lot. Also know going in that this does deal with like sexual assault and sexual harassment, which, what the fuck, man. Seems every book I'm picking up lately has that in there, and it's not fucking mentioned. Nobody mentions it. This is why books should come with fucking content warning, because yeah, I mean, this already has the heavy topic of suicide and stuff, and then for the main character to constantly be sexually harassed and shit is like, yeah, kind of really over this shit right now. Like, I need to just like read a book that doesn't have it in there. It'd be very much appreciated at this point. But I am liking it though. It is very good. I really like the concept. There was even a part in here that got me very no. But the male characters, all but one, suck. But I am enjoying it. As of right now, I am planning on reading the sequel, which I have buried somewhere on my bookshelf. But I'm very glad I decided to read this. Yeah, I'll probably be finishing this tonight. Since today is Friday, obviously that means tomorrow is Saturday, which is the weekend, as we all know. And I don't normally get too much reading done during the weekend. But yeah, that is my update for Friday. Like I said, I don't usually get reading in on the weekend, but I'm going to try. I know we have to go to the store and stuff tomorrow, so try and get in some reading. I really though want to finish this by tonight. Next, it's either between We Set the Dark on Fire or The Kingdom. I think I have both of those on the same island one for my Disney-a-thon. So I'm not sure which one I'll read first. I'm really interested in We Set the Dark on Fire, so that one might be the next one. So, oh, and then I still have Cryer's War. I keep forgetting about that damn book. Crap. I should be able to get to that one, because I gotta see if I can get an audiobook for that one. But crap, I keep forgetting that damn book. Oh, damn it. Okay, I gotta figure that out. So I still have. All right. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Not gonna stress out. I'm doing well. I've already read so many books, but that's it. That is my update. That's what's what, and I will catch up to you guys later. Hopefully I will finish that and start my next book. So, bye! So, quick little update. I just got notified by YouTube, and I have officially hit 100 subscribers. What? Oh my god, I am like... Seeing as, one, I never thought I'd actually make a YouTube channel. 2, I never thought I'd actually stick to posting any videos. 3, I never thought anybody would give a shit about subscribing or what I talk about. And 4, I don't think I have a 4. I don't have a 4. But, oh my god, thank you. You're all wonderful. You're amazing. You're my all-time favorite people. Like, holy crap, 100 for me is like, what? So, yes, thank you. So, bye. I'm gonna go freak out right now. Saturday, Sunday update. It's Saturday night. I think it might be Sunday morning at this point, and I don't know what time it is. I just know it's like really late, but I'm up. I did get reading done this, for it being the weekend, which, as you know, I don't usually get too much reading done, but I did finish the program. I liked it. I did like it. I might go with like a 3.5 on this, because while I really did enjoy it, this was incredibly similar to another book that I had read, and what is the name of it? I believe it's called Slated. I don't remember the author's name. I'm gonna have to look that up. But I read it, probably about 4 or so years ago. I never finished it. I really did like it. I have the 3 books. I don't know if there's more, but I have 3 books of the series on my shelves. And now I need to finish it, because this made me want to read that one. Because that one I didn't have really many issues with. Like, I just genuinely enjoyed it. I thought it was a really cool concept and everything. Like I said, this one is like very, very similar. Like, the only thing that's different is the reason why they don't have memories, because in this one they don't have memories because they're taking their memories from people because they're curing them from being depressed and suicidal. And in Slated, I believe the characters, the teenagers that get their memories wiped, get them wiped because they've done something like horrible, like a crime or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but this made me want to pick that one back up. But I do want to continue on with the next book. My biggest issues with this one was honestly one of the characters. I hated him so much. I had the same problem with These Witches Don't Burn, where one of the characters they irritated me so bad that I couldn't overlook it. And the thing with him in here, it's not the guy that I'm pointing at. I don't think it's supposed to be him, because I think this is supposed to be James. But the character that I was irritated with is a creepy, rapey McRaperson, basically. Like, he was a fucking creep. And the author kept pushing him like he was supposed to be this good guy, and he wasn't. Like, he was full on taking advantage of a 17-year-old who had no fucking memories and was going through something incredibly traumatic. And she kept pushing him on like he's supposed to be this nice guy. And he was exactly that. He was the nice guy. And I hated him with a passion. And can we stop with the creepy stalker men being romantic? It's not fucking romantic. It's gross and creepy. And he full on took advantage of the character Sloane, who's, like I said, she's like 17, and he is, I believe, older than 17. Or even if he's not, that's not even a fucking excuse, because he was gross and I hated him. Like, there was a full on character that was a like literal like fucking rapist, and he wasn't as creepy as the fucking nice guy. Like, I had some issues with that. But all in all, I did enjoy the character Sloane. I really liked the character James. Like, he was probably my favorite. He was the kind of arrogant, not, I wouldn't say bad boy, but he was like the arrogant kind of guy, you know, the Mr. Popular type of dude. But I liked him. Like, he was the charming kind of dude. The Mr. Nice guy. No. But I am really happy that I do have the second book already, because I do plan on reading it because I want to know what's happening. But I heard that I thought this was like a shorter series. I thought it was like 3 books or so, but apparently it's longer than that, and I don't know. I'll see. I don't know about continuing it that long, but I do want to at least read the next book. So I finished that. I'm good with it. Like I said, I don't know. I might go with 3.5 on there because I can't give it 4 because Mr. Grossness grossed me out too much and he irritated me and he kept popping up, so that was an issue. I started my next book, and that is We Set the Dark on Fire by Taylor K. Mejia. I am digging this one. I did not know what to expect at all from this one. I haven't really heard very much about it. I really love the representation in this because this is full of Hispanic representation, and being a Latina, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving that. Am I biased? Yes, I am. I don't care. I will say it. I'm biased. But I'm liking the story. It's very YA Handmaid's Tale type of thing, but I'm interested where it's going. I'm about halfway, so we're starting to kind of pick up, and I know there's another book. I think there's only 2 books in the series. So also, apparently, I'm hoping this isn't another Uprooted and I get the fucking bait and switch, but I think we're gonna get some sapphic romance going on. It looks like it's leaning there, and it's a kind of enemies to lover one, and I'm kind of digging it. It better not fucking uproot me, because one of the characters keeps talking about the other girl, like how beautiful she is and how pretty she is, and keeps noticing her body. But now Uprooted's got me questioning shit, because that's all that fucking happened in that book, and it was not sapphic in the least bit. Though it was, like, let's be real, Uprooted is fucking gay as hell. Just, you know. So, hopefully. But I'm liking it. The odd thing about this, though, like, Mejia keeps going very much into the food they're eating. She's getting a girl hungry. Like, she keeps talking about fresh made tortillas, and I love fresh made corn tortillas because I hate flour tortillas, but I love corn tortillas, and she keeps talking about them in this book, and I'm hungry now. Every time she fucking talks about the food in here, it's getting me hungry, which is very weird for a dystopian type of book. What the hell? But I am liking it, though. I'm excited to see where this is going. So I will catch up in a bit. Bye. I made a little more progress on We Set the Dark on Fire, and it's getting kind of queer, and fingers frickin' crossed, because I'm liking the dynamic, because I am a sucker for enemies to lover. Like, I do like that, especially when they're like really hostile to each other, but not like in a total dick way. Like, shit's getting explained right now, and I'm liking it. But the male character in here, I hate him so much. Like, he's so awful. He's such an awful person. But it's definitely keeping me engaged. I don't know what's going on with another male character, but I hope it's not a love triangle, because he's very kind of shady. But I'm not really like interested in him like that much. I really do like the 2 girl characters, and again, be talking about the tortillas, and I'm freaking hungry, but it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, so I should not go eat some tortilla chips, but I might. Shh. So there we go. That'll be my last update for today. I will try and update tomorrow, but I do not know if I will get any reading done, because we've got to go grocery shopping. So we'll see what I get done tomorrow. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey loves, my last update of the week. Today is Sunday. It is freaking hot. We're like almost 4 o'clock right now in the afternoon, and it's like almost 90, I think. I don't even know at this point. I don't even want to look. It's just really, really hot. So let's wrap this up so I can turn this light off because it's cooking me right now. It is cooking me. So I finished We Set the Dark on Fire by Taylor K. Mejia. You know what? I liked it. I really did. And of course, when it comes to the books that I like that have sequels that are out, it's the like one time I don't already own the sequel. So I'm gonna have to get that. Though I am trying to not buy more books right now because I like got book mail. And it's a lot. And it's like enough to warrant another book haul. But I don't know if I want to film another book haul because I just did one. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed this one. Like, it was different, but like I said, it reminds me a lot of The Handmaid's Tale in a way. And we did get some sapphic romance in there. The ending pissed me off, but in a good way because it left it a really awesome ending. And I kind of can't wait to see what the main character Dani decides to keep doing because I'm pissed for her. And I want her to burn everything to the ground at this point. But I really did enjoy it. It was a really cool dystopian, type of book. I really can't wait. I hope in the second book we get more on the kind of more mythology that's going on in here. I do like it though. Like, I hope we get a little more of that in here. I kept thinking we were gonna get a little bit of like some magic going on in there, but we didn't. And you know what? That was like a pleasant surprise as well. But yeah, I liked it. This was, I'm not sure how I'm gonna rate it because I had some issues with it, but I did like it. Didn't love it, but I did really enjoy it, and I do want to get the sequel. There we go. That was what I read last night. I also started my next book because I need to keep on track right now because I've got Summerween starting tonight at midnight. I probably won't start it tonight at midnight. I'll probably start it sometime tomorrow. And I don't think we have to read those books like in any order, which thank goodness, because Disney-a-thon is killing me with this whole reading in order thing. So if I can finish those, I will only have 2 books left after the one I'm currently reading to do for Tropical, and I will be done because those will also tie into Disney. So I'm getting there. So I'm officially done with Bibliothon, which hell yeah. I ended up reading, there was 5 prompts, but I ended up reading, I can't show 6 fingers, so 6 feet because my phone, I'm holding my camera with my other hand. So I ended up doing 6 books for that one. What I am reading right now is The Kingdom by Jess Rothenberg. This is very, very different than what I was thought it was going to be, and it's very pleasantly surprised. And holy crap, look at that cover. It's a really awesome cover. Like, I really like it. This takes place in a, I don't actually know, because this takes place in like a Disneyland-esque type of like amusement park. Like, they're the leader of animatronics and stuff like that, and the main character in here is a girl named Anna, and she is actually a android AI type of machine, as we can see on the cover. I'm not very far in. I'm about 14 chapters, so I'm not very far, but in this, it's known as The Kingdom, is the name of the theme park, and they are like the leader of all things animatronic and stuff like that. And from the first chapter, there is a murder, but we know nothing about it. We don't know who's been murdered, but the way it was described was very Snow White-esque. And what the hell? This is like the 5th book that I have read that had like snow. It was like a Snow White kind of retelling. I think that might just be for like the visualization of it, because nothing else so far has really been like any kind of straight up like retelling or anything. But the death of the person, which was actually a boy, they casted a boy as the death of like Snow White, I really liked the way it was written like that. It was cool. I like I said, I'm not that far in, so I'm barely starting or still world building right now, but it is really interesting. And like I said, it's not what I expected, because I did not know this was going to be in interview formats. I have discovered that I really, really, really like the interview format for books. But when I do them, I like to listen to them as audiobooks. So I started off reading this, and then as soon as I noticed that it took over for the interview format on some of it, I ended up switching over to the audiobook now. I got super lucky that there was, you know, a copy available for the ebook on Libby. So I have switched over to the audiobook for it, because I just, something about the interview format just fits audio so perfect for me, and I enjoy it so much more. But like I said, not far enough in it to really tell you if I like it. Like, still in the world building phase, which I don't know if this is a standalone or not, actually. I should probably find that out. But because, yeah, we're already a little deep in and things are starting to pick up, but like I said, I don't know what's actually going on in the outside world. Like, I don't know if this is like, you know, normal every day to day out in the outworld, or if it's kind of dystopian-y almost type on the outworld. Like, I don't know. But yeah, it's very interesting. This is we're gonna have well, going by the beginning and in the synopsis, it's, you know, like a murder mystery type of thing, and then we've got androids and some other stuff, crazy things going on. But I am definitely digging it so far. So here we go. That's what is up. That will be the last update for this week, because I'm going to start editing this vlog so I can get it up tomorrow and get it up on time, unlike last week, which I totally forgot to do it, and I was like almost a day late. But yep, that is what's up. That is where I'm at. I will catch up with you guys next week. And as always, happy reading. Bye.